What's up, you guys? Thanks for hanging out with me today. I thought we would talk about some glittery goodness. It's definitely an old product and something that I think is an underrated product based off of, like, I don't see a lot of YouTubers using it or anyone on Instagram using it. This product's several years old, but what I'm going to be talking about today is the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers, and these are a lip topper. The packaging component is really, really nice, so just like this. I have a doe foot applicator. They smell really nice too. So they kind of have an oily consistency, so they can be a little tricky to apply when you first start using them. I've gotten used to that and how to use them. I have 7 in total, the full size. I used to have a bunch of the minis they had a few years ago, and I loved them so much that I bought the full size, and these are huge. Like, the minis were like this, so I wasn't expecting a component this big, but it is really cool and fun, and these have lasted me a while. So the 4 I'm going to talk about that are still available on Lime Crime's website are Black Unicorn, which has this nice blue and purple glitter to it. I'm going to be talking about Heirloom, which is kind of like a red-orange, LA, which is orange, and then this is Cleopatra. This is one of my newest ones, and it's just like a really nice champagne color. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about some discontinued ones, just for fun, but also because I've noticed over the last few years that some of the ones I thought were gone for good have actually come. In case they do come back on the website at any point in the future, are these 3 here. This is Acid Fairy, so pretty, so cute. This is one of the first ones that I bought. And this is Pink Pearl, which is the one that looks more white in the component, but they're very similar and pink glittery. And then this is one that is currently discontinued as well, and it's this nice bright green. And what are you called? You're called Meadow. So Acid Fairy and Pink Pearl, I'll do one on top and one on bottom. So this will display what they look like. I have nothing on my mouth right now. I don't have lip liner. I don't have any kind of liquid lipstick, which is what I do recommend topping these with. So this first one is Acid Fairy. It's the one that looks a little bit more pink shift. And I'll do that on my bottom lip, and then I will do the other one on my top lip. So I'll just show you how these apply. Like I said, they're a little oily. Super easy, it takes just a little second to dry. So this one, even though it looks pink on me, it tends to have more of a bluey type shift. So again, that was Acid Fairy. And then the one on my top lip, I'm going to put Pink Pearl, which is funny that it's called Pink Pearl because it does actually look a bit more white in the container. I'll do that on my top lip. And again, to me, these look really similar. Okay, so you can kind of see top, bottom. These are very similar. Like, I wouldn't recommend that you need both, and both are very, very pretty, just ever so slightly different. The top one, even though it does have a bit more pink, and this one has a bit more blue shift, and hopefully you guys can kind of see that on camera, or at the very least see, you know, that they're very similar. But yeah, they're dry now. I can press my lips. Very little transfer. There are sometimes little glitters that do. So very little transfer, which is what I like about them. And they don't feel like gritty or anything. Like, you don't feel glitter on your lips. Sometimes I do wear these and forget that I'm going a little like out there for that makeup day. And yeah, I get a lot of compliments and things, but it is easy to forget you're wearing this much glitter on your mouth because it just feels like a standard liquid lipstick. It's really nice. And because they're an oily base, I don't find them to be drying unless you're applying and applying and applying, and then they kind of do get a little bit flaky on you. Okay, so I just applied a liquid lipstick, this kind of deep brown color, and this is called Mortiferous. It's from LA Splash, and it's just like a really pretty rich brown color. And I'm going to show you that with a green today. I know that sounds really crazy, but these are actually a fun color combo. I'm just going to show you a technique where I kind of like contour my lips or do like a highlight. So let me just show you how it applies over this liquid lipstick. And this color isn't for everybody. I love it. I think it's got like some fun, like ethereal, otherworldly vibes, which is what I'm always going for. So I'm just applying this right in the center of my top and bottom lip. Kind of the way you'd highlight your Cupid's bow. But I'm just gonna put this here. And you can really build it up, or you can just press and just get that tiny bit of shine. So on the top, I'm gonna really build it up, and on the bottom, I'll just be a little bit more, I won't build it up as much. Just to show you, like, you really do have some room to play with these, which is what I love. I really think it's a versatile product, and I do think it's underrated. Like, more people should talk about this. It's a nice product. Really fun to play with. So I'm just gonna, because I'm not fully doing it, I do like to take just like a little finger and just kind of pat it, because it is that oily base, and just kind of make sure everything's to my liking. It just kind of spreads the product, flattens it out. Sometimes it gives a little blend. But look, it's already dry. So let me show you. So yeah, very little to no transfer at all. But yeah. And that was Meadow. Okay, so next I went ahead and applied a nude lipstick. This is Bunny from Kylie Cosmetics, and just a really nice nude, a little bit on the cooler side. And the next one I'm going to show you is called LA, and it's a really pretty orangey color. And I'm just going to apply it completely opaque over this nude color. And what I love about this is what it does. It looks very orange in the tube, but it has this really pretty pink shift to it. So that is LA. Takes a little second to dry. Really, really pretty. I don't think it's for everybody, but for me, this is every day. Like, I would go to work like this. I would go to the grocery store like this. I just think it's really fun and really beautiful. And I do love this with like a nude kind of terracotta lip too. I didn't have one on hand to put on. I couldn't find it. Oh my gosh. Really, really pretty color combo, especially with that kind of highlighting effect that I did in the previous swatch. Okay, next color combo. I just put another LA Splash liquid lipstick on, and this is the shade Runic. Yeah, the sticker came off. I'm pretty sure this is called Runic. It's just like a really pretty, like, bluish purple. And then the diamond crusher I'm going to top it with is called Black Unicorn, and I believe they also have another color on their website right now called Unicorn, and I've had that one in the past. And the difference between Black Unicorn and Unicorn, if you're wondering, this one tends to have a bit more deeper blue shift to it, whereas just Unicorn was a lot more like lilac of a shift, and it was really, really pretty. So it is one of those where online they look really similar, but in person they actually are quite different. So just a side note in case you're wondering that, if you do go and shop online and check these out. So I'm just going to show you all over the bottom. And when in doubt, if you have a black liquid lipstick, these all look so cool. So each base that you do is going to look a little bit different. So for instance, because these two are kind of matchy-matchy, a lot of the purple color gets canceled out and you see a lot more blue glitter. I do have to dip in a couple of times just to make sure I get consistent product. Because as it dries, if you keep trying to mess with it, it will kind of start to flick away. But I do find the longevity of this is really, really nice. Like, granted, if you're eating or doing anything like crazy, you are going to have some come off, but for the most part, it stays on for quite a while. So yeah, that is Black Unicorn. Okay, so the next color that I've applied as a base is a Wet n Wild liquid lipstick, and this is the color Missy and Fierce, and it is just a really gorgeous drugstore red. This is only $5, so it's really, really pretty. But the next color that I'm going to swatch for you guys is called Heirloom. And it's really, really pretty. I love pairing this with reds and kind of hot pinks and even like deep purples. So let me go ahead and show you what this looks like. And I think for this one, I'll go ahead and do that Cupid's bow like highlight effect, since the last one I just did an opaque application. Just so like if this glittery effect is not for everybody watching, you can kind of see like this makes it a bit more wearable in my opinion. It's not quite so like glitter-esque, and I do think that this color is really, really, really nice together, this combo. So just let that dry. I only applied it here in the middle of the bottom. And again, you can kind of just gently tap and press to spread and blend the formula out. And it dries really fast. So, isn't that a pretty color combo? Okay, last swatch here. That last one was kind of a doozy to remove. And in case you're wondering how I'm getting these off, I'm using a generous amount of sugar scrub, like a lip scrub, and then I'm just following it up with a makeup removal wipe. So that's getting them off really, really nicely. And normally I don't have too much trouble, but since like I'm freshly applying these and then taking them off right away, there's a lot of extra pigment I'm removing. So removing them is really, really easy. But anyways, this last swatch, I wanted to show you something where I have nothing on my lips right now. They are a little stained and raw from all these swatches, but I wanted to show you I'm actually, instead of actually topping this with a liquid lipstick, I'm going to put this on first and top it with a gloss. And that's my other favorite way to use these besides like the Cupid's bow highlight kind of effect. It's really, really fun to put a gloss over it once it's dry, and you can kind of customize your own glosses so you can add glittery effects to your otherwise just plain glosses. So let's go ahead and apply. Oh, I should probably mention that this is Cleopatra. And the other one that I believe they have on their website is called Lit, and it's very, very similar to this one. I used to have that and I used it up, and I replaced it with this one instead because they were just so similar, kind of like the other two. I didn't feel the need to have both. They are different side by side, but Lit is a little bit more peachy, whereas this one is a little bit more like champagne. So I would say that my preference, I prefer Cleopatra. And this one on my plain lips actually has a bit more of a pink neutral shift when I said champagne. So it really does depend what you're pairing them with, which is what's so fun, is you can kind of play around and really bring out the different shifts and the different colors. I'm just gonna very gently, I'm just taking the wand and just sort of like almost like lip liner-esque, just very gently touching my Cupid's bow. So it's kind of subtle. I'm not putting it actually like on my lip the way that I showed you before when I did the highlighting. So it's just very, very subtle. It's more like a lip liner, or the way that you would highlight your Cupid's bow with a powder highlighter. Just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry. It just takes a couple of seconds. Again, I'll show you very little to no transfer once they're dry, which is super cool considering glitter, as we know, can be like the herpes of the cosmetic world. You know, you use it and suddenly it's all over the house, all over everyone. It's at your neighbor's house, for crying out loud. So glitter's fun, but it's nice that these stay still and they don't get everywhere in my experience with them. So the only like clear absolute gloss that I had is this one of these So Juicy from ColourPop. Not my favorite formula. I think it's really thick and sticky, and it kind of like builds up in the corners of my mouth if I put too much on. So I tend to use this more like a lip treatment at night because it is very like nurturing for the lips, but I don't really like wearing it throughout the day because it's just so thick and sticky. But for now, because it's a clear, I just wanted to show it to you so it didn't manipulate the color of the glitter. So now that this is dry, I'm just applying it right over the top. And the glitter stays still, it doesn't move. So there you have it. Look, I already over applied. That's why it gets in the corners of my mouth. I get a little carried away very easily with this. But yeah, what do you guys think of these? Do you guys have any of these so juicy? What do you think of them? Am I the only one that kind of wasn't impressed by this? Especially compared to the other formula that Pop had, like where it had the brush wand. I loved the brush wand. I think I'm the only one, but anyways, side note, here we have it with Cleopatra and some gloss. And you can add gloss over any of the color combinations I did today, even though you have like a liquid lipstick underneath and then the glitter topper and then gloss. Like it really is fine. It doesn't mess up anything going on underneath. So yeah, isn't that just like a pretty effect? So even if you have like a pink gloss or whatever, some tinted glosses, so you can really play around, and because it doesn't move around the way the gloss does, you don't wind up with glitter all over your face in most cases. One last technique I guys want to show you. I'm debating on if I should even include this or not because I don't want to get myself or anyone else into glittery eye trouble, but I do use these on my eyelids as long as I have a base. I don't have any issues. These are not eye safe. We're not supposed to use them on your eyes. However, I'm a rebel. I do not encourage you to do the same, but I thought just for fun, for pure entertainment, I would show you guys how I do that, because these do also work really well on the lids. Now in Crime, they do have an eye safe version, and I have not tried that just because I'm kind of using these and it does help me, you know, use them up and go through them faster. So it's also not really a good idea to be putting stuff on your lips and then using it on your eyes, but again, I'm a rebel. So don't do this at home, kids, but hopefully you enjoy watching the effect it gives. So I just seriously just, like anything else, I just tap it in. And again, it dries. Do not put it in your eye. Make sure you are getting the skin outside your eye. Do not rub your eyes. Again, I am not recommending this at all. I'm even debating on putting it in the video. That is Cleopatra on the inner corner. So that's it, you guys. That is all my diamond crushers swatched on the lips for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed playing around with these and showing them off for you. I highly recommend this product. I do believe they go for like 18 or 20 bucks a piece, so look out for sales and look out for clearance. I've gotten these in bundles and gift sets, and on clearance and sales, I've gotten these for as little as $4 a piece. So definitely, if it's something you're eyeballing but patient for, look out for the deals because you can get these for a steal, no joke. And it is a lot of product. Like, I could not believe how big these were compared to the little travel ones that I had before. If you're not sure what I'm talking about and you're curious, I do have a lippy declutter that I did at the beginning of the year, and you can see the little teeny guys compared to these in that video. But I did discard those. They were empty, so I don't have them now, so go check out that video if you are curious about what I'm talking about. I don't know if holiday they'll release them again or not, but that's usually when you tend to see them on the site. So also, if you guys are on Instagram, don't forget to go check me out, Mad Hatter, same handle as my YouTube. And I do a lot of behind the scenes, I do a lot of outfit of the days, I show you a lot of the makeup looks that I wear in my videos, and all kinds of behind the scenes fun. So come hang out with me over there. I would love to see you. See you next time.